Turning to Ancient, Chad, we apparently did this in EPL.
We were just checking. Yeah, this was the playoff round 1 matchup where FURIA did topple fnatic in a 2-0 fashion, and this was fnatic's pick in that best-of-3 series. Anubis was the follow-up. So let's sink our teeth into this one here as, well, the odds do favour the Brazilian side, and yuurih's made his way out mid alongside of Drop and KSCERATO here. Safe and Art in towards A main, and, well, full mid control and a flash at the ready.
Yeah, 2 P250s with no armor. It's really unique from the boys. yuurih jumps across. mezii needs a tap, doesn't find it, has to tag on to Drop, forced away. Into CT Sports, safe. That P250 does connect nicely. Art good onto the Glock as well. This is perfect. This is exactly what they were waiting for, and now the rest should fall into place. It's going to be flawless. Just one more headshot required. nicoodoz to go down, 3 to overwhelm him. Go on, they will take a perfect team ace. Flawless pistol from FURIA. There is no better way to start off proceedings for the Brazilians.
That was really nice. And when you see a top mid smoke come out on the T side on a pistol, the CTs don't often linger around in the red room. It's like, why would I? Yeah. But I love the fact that they then go and smoke off Donut and then pop flash through it, because you can see how difficult that makes the rotations. You got FASHR and Crims on A site, who probably should have got a kill between the two of them right there, because it was a 2-on-2.
Sure.
Everybody else was dealing with the rotations of either red, or you had KSCERATO dealing with the push out of the cave position. fnatic, they got off to a slow start last time these two teams met as well. So let's see if they can turn things around with the force by now, and a fight towards yuurih, who's going to grab Crims easy as you like.
I think he had a chance at the second there, but mezii's charged through and just body bagged both. Be clear, he says, with a 5.7 and now a rifle in his hands.
Yeah, nice little scoop up there. Well, KSCERATO, it's going to be his turn. Difficult
Bang.
clear.
Oh, well played. Nice alpha angle for Roy. Not going to be cleared by KSCERATO, and FASHR on that MP9. Full long range, actually hits the burst. Takes Safe out of it. And that high-flying pistol now finds just one member of FURIA for the conversion.
mezii's watching this.
And they will convert on that repeat. Gets a bullet between the eyes, and it's mezii. Mr. Merriman with a triple kill to seize control round 2.
It was an interesting conversation that Yanko was starting there. It was like, do we just start looking at fnatic like Heroic? Because it's like the star of Heroic, it's meant to be Stound, but everybody can perform, right? And like at the moment, it's Shushu team seems to be having more pop-off moments than most. And I would say that there's a lot of firepower on fnatic to do exactly that. Roy from the Copenhagen Flames days, he was the standout performer. mezii, we know what he can do as the in-game leader. nicoodoz, when he is having a good game, can be instrumental on the AWP. And then, of course, you've got the King of Kings Crims, who I love that little capybara challenge with him. It was great to get a little bit of personality to him. He's a lovely guy.
I mean, he's full of personality. It's just not something he's often willing to share with everyone.
No, he likes to keep it to himself.
Yeah, and that's his prerogative.
It's great when we do get to have a chat with him. And, well, we now get to see FURIA on a force buy of their own.
Go and walkabouts, and Roy actually just re-smoking Donut. Does not want them to consider that as an option. Red room held. In fact, it's actually been bolstered. You've got FASHR and nicoodoz both going to be positioned to deal with this potential. And you can see why FURIA are going to like this kind of fight. It just seems to fit their players. And that's a successful spray from nicoodoz. I say with bated breath, he only gets one.
Yeah, that's not enough, is it?
It had to be way more. I thought there was going to be a couple of heads in that spray, but only the damage. Minimal. Nice surprise from Roy. 2 bleeding out. Need the finish. Crim should find it. USP pushing careful now. The bomb's gone down.
Good plan.
mezii should have this. It's just a matter of yuurih slipping down that ramp. He's either going to be caught by Crim.
Oh!
Okay. Oh, he's going to catch mezii off.
Round on.
A big headshot. And now it gets awkward. There's a lot of exchanges. Crims can get straight on that bomb. There's nothing Art can do. And that frag alone has solved the rather intense third round. It doesn't seem like either team's letting off the gas here. But there's Fnatic with 2 in a row.
Roy just questioned, hey, it's like, can you guys just die?
Yeah, everyone's
just
made a
someone
stone.
die. Yeah, he's just shooting, popping shots, not getting anything really done, poor Roy. But they do scoop up the round, so good stuff from Fnatic here early. A saved M4 from Art can be deployed in a multitude of different ways, but this is what I was talking about. You poor Roy here hoping that something connects, but that was the kill that secured the round. yuurih made it interesting, but the defuse coming on through, nobody home. And Art will drop the M4 to yuurih. He'll buy an AK of his own, so classic FURIA style here. Let's see how much action they can find. Safe still in spawn right now, so he's going to have flashes at the ready. The donut smoke has landed, and Safe's flashes, oh, well, they weren't needed, but for safety, for good measure, to make sure nobody standing and fighting, they will opt to throw one forward. A redeploy the smoke again towards Donut, 100%. You will not get in towards Donut.
And you do not see that typically in a Fnatic setup. This is something they've brought to this particular head-to-head. And Roy's actually tagged another one. So this red room hold, look at nicoodoz' angle. He's deep, essentially where he spawned. mezii will have a look, but they're already across, so confirmation of presence, a smoke. Now it's up to nicoodoz and Crims. He's just going to stand, and bang, a great spray, double from the Dane. He will go down eventually, but it should be Crims to pick up the pieces, stop that bomb. Oh dear. A is open for business. Bomb's going in. Safe taking some risks and getting that bomb down. Suddenly this round is on. Very much on. Drop's got the late flank, admittedly just a Glock, but positionally, he could have mezii dead to right, so he's literally checking. The UK representative is about to get knifed in the spine. Double Glock to the side of the head. Bomb is ticking. FASHR and Roy, they are going to be so salty. Smoke on the bomb. Look at the angle. It's perfect. FASHR caught unawares, hides behind the box, playing time, playing the angles. Wow. What a round for FURIA. Triple out of safe.
What's that, 3-on-5 after that double kill from nicoodoz?
Right, you thought he'd done enough.
Yeah, that's really rough.
I think
really
Crims is going to be kicking himself as well, because it's not like it was a particularly messy handling from him. It's just safe hit a cracker. Off the jiggle. Damn, FURIA. Okay, well, that's really going to break the banks of Fnatic. We'll see it here from Safe. Look, jiggle and wiggle. Lovely.
I'm just trying to keep track of this. Seeing Roy and Donut in a couple of consecutive rounds. Usually see him over in the cave position, so I'm just doing a bit of reconnaissance right now, taking a look at that matchup against Bait at the RMRs, and yeah, Roy was playing a whole lot more Donut, so some more variance in their CT side right now.
But now FURIA has smoked off Donut. Roy's like, what am I supposed to do with my smoke?
Well, the force by wars continue here, don't they? And this molly going to be perfectly placed. mezii has two choices, stand and fight or respect and dip on back, and he will respect it for the most part. The flame's not spreading all the way in towards the doorway, so he has stood around for a couple of pot shots. And speaking of pot shots, FASHR's been chipped on down to 20 points of health here. Smoked off for now. So exchanging utility. And a nice shot there from Safe. Patience, it's a virtue.
Tis just kind of starting to squeeze Fnatic on this B site. Absolutely no rush from FURIA. They're already outside the bomb site and taking every fight.
Roy's he's constantly just been like lingering in mid, looking for anybody that's kind of found a loose thread. And he's getting caught off guard, looking for those little hidey holes. But again, up through the red room, pressuring this rotation point, and they can split B here. There's still an opportunity now, if they were quick about it, to rotate the bomb all the way back towards A. More util, and more death should be coming in quickly. Flash not bad. mezii was blind for a moment there, but on the peak, he will get a fight, and there's the flank now. Problems removed, and a third round now for the Brazilians. And I love this, right? We had, obviously, FURIA and Fnatic, mind you, make it to the playoffs of the Major in this very arena. This is where they both probably have some very good memories. More so for FURIA than I imagine for Fnatic here. But it must be nice to be back in here where probably... I don't want to speak for them, but some of the greatest memories that they've experienced in their short life so far.
In their career, for sure, bro. I mean, it's just, it's I'm sure, an unforgettable experience. And hearing the comms during the intensity of their comms while playing here, you know, I'm kind of putting myself into an imagination that's kind of how it sounds right now. You know, you've got a lot at stake. You get the opportunity to once again play within 6 months to be playing again in your hometown.
Yeah, for them, I don't want to say more than anybody. I would say a couple spotted there for Art. That'll be good information. A high flash and a fight available.
He still goes back for more.
Of course he does.
Yeah, all right. Working out lovely. It's KSCERATO who wants a couple as well. And yuurih's going to grab himself a triple.
Clean.
Not a triple.
Well, yeah, but MPL's playing a bit later.
Yeah, okay. We'll look forward to that.
Yeah, he'll be flopping a couple of those out, don't you worry. As we will see a timeout called. Keita, the coach of Fnatic, signaling this one as an opportunity to have a conversation here, and we can even take a look about the finances and see what type of buy we should be expecting. nicoodoz has more than enough money to buy an AWP, so I do believe we'll see that one come on through as Gary, the coach of FURIA, also with this 30-second opportunity to try and set the record straight. So when I say a full buy, as far as the rifles are concerned, sure, but there will be key pieces of utility lacking for Fnatic, which limits the amount of opening moves they have available here. Roy and Crims yet to buy, and they will start to filter that through. So Roy without a Molotov. What is Crims going to be missing here? Because so far, no defuse kits to be purchased. And yeah, there's only 2 Molotovs available on the CT side. Sure, plenty of smokes. 3 of those. Oh, plenty. What am I talking about? There's only bloody 3 smokes in play. So this will be a rough CT defensive round here.
Through, FASHR down, trade, unavailable, mezii shut down, trying to leap out of the smoke, and it's an absolute freebie for drop.
You had to go aggressive there with some type of a move, but both you coming through a grey screen, it looked easy. Drop was the worst performer last time these guys played Ancient, so don't let this kid start to get freebies like that. That's
going to be feeling very good for him. I mean, in terms of double D-side, I'm not going to call it, dare I call it an entry, but
opener.
An opener.
Yeah.
It's exactly what the doctor ordered for FURIA, and that's off the back of a fnatic timeout. Like, after all of that...
Well, that's the thing. In that conversation, it was, hey...
Ooh, that was spicy.
It's, hey, we're lacking key pieces of utility. We need to take some map control. What are we going to do? Apparently that.
Yeah, and look what it's led to. Oh, drop gets a third, and it was on to nicoodoz, no less, and AWP. Well, down and out.
Yeah, and maybe gets a 4th here. You're in the right place here, Drop. Just hang around, bud.
It's coming. And Roy might have his, what, 5th Red Room death?
It's just been for him. Like, you bang on with them wanting to smoke off Donut and isolate that position from them. But, yeah, Roy just, for the longest time, a cave player. I've barely even seen him there this half so far. So things are definitely looking a little bit different, a bit more funky in the fnatic camp. And there's the shot. So we'll... delete drop, but they know exactly where he is now, and Art's still over towards A. So as we turn our attention to this M4, it's only a matter of time until somebody finds him. I don't expect Safe to be the one overstepping the mark here. He has that AWP in hand. He's just locking down that line of sight. And as the bomb ticks on down, we will call this one done and dusted. 5-2. A great start for FURIA here. Now, if you missed the memo, they will be taking on... Well, I don't want to speak too soon, but they will be taking on FaZe, as far as I'm concerned. If FaZe lose from their current scoreline, you guys can go and investigate yourself. I don't know which world we're living in anymore. So it'll probably be FURIA versus FaZe in that next round in the best of 3s within this upper bracket of Group B. If things continue this way for FURIA, mind you. Yeah, but it's a tough matchup for either FURIA or fnatic against FaZe. It's another group of Fs. Just like the Pro League group again.
It's all part of the script. Paying our respects. And a fight in mid immediate. Look at this one. Fully flashed is Roy, an opening death, and the trades are on their way. The meat cleaver doesn't quite convert. There's one from Crims, but caught on the way down. And nicoodoz, with that M4, gets a little bit of damage onto the second drop. Yeah, finished off nicely. As he pays the ultimate price for it, though, and it should be a nice open runway. They're going to be getting safe to take that space. Molly would be perfect, and the bomb plant too.
Yeah, well, as Hampus always said, just go B, and Safe's done exactly that here. So they knew where nicoodoz was, they got the bomb down, the util's great. As long as Safe doesn't miss this shot, there was no dramas. So beautiful, beautiful stuff here, and they're happy with that one. Okay, well, fnatic, show us why we're here. Show us why we're on Ancient. Let's give us something to talk about. FASHR and Roy. Well, actually, nobody really doing fantastically well in the fragging department just yet. This is classic. And yeah, against pistols, knowing that you could be a little bit more disrespectful in a mid-fight like that, it did get costly, giving up 3 rifles. Oh, Roy, where's your gun, mate? There we go. He's gone back to spawn and picked that one up. So a little bit late for Roy out of spawn. It's
all right. It's going to be smoked and they're forced to just nade and stare at it for 15. Anyway, there's a lot of presence early here on lane side, is there?
They can just execute towards B right now.
Full exec ahead of us.
Yeah, why the hell not?
Okay, well, FASHR and mezii this time. Let's try and defend their honor. Let's see what their reaction is. mezii fights in the flames, and the extinguisher's there. He's still alive and kicking. FASHR's delivered another. KSCERATO may not clear his corners, and another headshot from mezii. Will die on the reload. Trade available. FASHR delivers, and that is both of them passing this test here on the B bomb site.
I don't know, Safe is here. Some spam through means, yeah, they have a good idea, and it's confirmed right now, just scoping around that site. Pillar shouldn't be long for the world. The missed shot, FASHR will convert. And great job on that B defense. You have to be happy with that one between the two of them. Everybody scooped on up.
It was all happening so quick. I want to know if that smoke was like smoke on the molly that saved mezii after that first frag. Was that like a T smoke? Where's that coming from? Or did he underhand it before he pushed?
Might have been from FASHR there.
Could have been. But it just seems so perfect. Like it was everything. It was everything. Look at this crossfire. Perfect. All the way through.
Okay, well, timeout called in the first from FURIA here. Not happy with the 6 they've got so far, and they have plenty more opportunities right now with where the cash is at, so they can buy again, and if they lose this round, there should be yet another purchase with the lost bonus 1900 into the next. fnatic have all their bells and whistles now as well. Full util for everybody bar FASHR. I'm sure someone could drop him a flash if they really wanted. Diffuse kits are plenty, armor in play.
It was FURIA's cave smoke. No, it wasn't.
That was FASHR though, right? He just threw it, yeah.
Yeah, I was staring at the big orange line. Yeah. Okay, lovely. Questions answered. Round 1, 3, 2, 6. This is another big one. 2 warps in play. We get to see who can find that first blood. mezii responsible for the cave position.
What's interesting right now is nicoodoz being so far forward in A main and nobody's in A main. So the AWP will sit here, which you would love to have it roaming down a little bit more. But if it is a B execute, which is looking likely here, it will be on mezii and FASHR once more.
Here it comes, the reign of utility. FASHR completely denied. There's nowhere he can stand. He's just hiding at the back of the site.
Oh!
Spamming smokes and spamming walls straight to the head of yuurih.
They have to go B. There's no util left.
He's dropped his smoke, but ahead of it is Art. So much room for stretching his legs, and mezii, another frag. A double from the Brit, and more from FASHR. Holds it down the whole site. Again, fails for FURIA. There is not a single drop of fnatic blood on that bomb site. And that's 2 for 2. And these exchanges, these full commit, these XX into B, they just end up flat as a pancake. FURIA, nothing to report.
But considering the setup that fnatic are running, it's not a terrible call. It might just be a little bit early, like just ever so slightly. But the fact that they're playing like a 1-2-2, right? And the setup there, because you've got mezii in cave, you've got FASHR, he was actually playing the backtracks of B. And then you've got Roy over towards the A side of the map / mid with Crims as that combo, and then nicoodoz was isolated completely. This was the spam frag. That's a freebie. There's nothing you can do about that. And the second there from mezii is great, just understanding how much of the site was given up, thrust forward into this, and a really good round from the in-game leader there. It will just be safe saving this AWP, and fnatic going to be putting 2 consecutive rounds together to get themselves up to 4 now. And as I said, there's still enough money for another FURIA buy. Like going fast B in this situation, it doesn't feel bad. It doesn't feel like, but they got stalled out so long by that one Molotov that was dropped deep. It congregated them to that tall box, and that's how they gave up that opening pick.
Yeah, and I also like FASHR's smoke just from the back of the square. Smoking ramp, anyone ahead of it, just isolated from any potential trades, and yeah, it worked out wonderfully. So the 2 for 2 for fnatic in that sense, and the gap now closing.
So this is it. Do FURIA now go and try and test over towards A here? And do fnatic run with the same setup? nicoodoz close with the AWP, Crims and Roy mid. Yeah, it looks to be the same setup yet again. Heart's coming through this.
He is. Crims, Roy, need help, need vision. Roy bails his body out of trouble, but there's KSCERATO for more. Roy again affixes his name in the feed. That's a high impact round from the day. Now mezii, clean as he finds drop. Trying to invade his premises.
And they still have no idea about the nicoodoz AWP close A main.
Still, yeah. I mean, we know it hasn't been reported once.
So how long do you keep running it for? Well, apparently, you're going to pivot him towards Brokey. Roy's going to push A main. FASHR and mezii, who have been fantastic on B, are just going to continue to chill. And Safe and yuurih, well, they're left with nothing. Look at the massive void. Look at your radar. There's nobody even inquisitive towards middle right now. You can have it.
Is it a safe assumption that players of FURIA's caliber are going to kind of put 2 and 2 together as to what weapon? You know, we haven't seen nicoodoz. We haven't gone A. You know, he's not been in. We haven't. Every time we've gone mid, there's no. You know, like, is it not?
In a way, yes. But in like, if you consider the last couple of rounds, where would you have even found the AWP anyway?
Yeah, fair.
Right?
They've been doing XX blind.
Exactly.
Like, yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
Well, FASHR spotted this. The AWP has jumped across on the re-clear. Safe going to have to, well, be exactly that. He might need yuurih to be the point man. And Roy again, just
yeah, he's coming.
Lingering in middle like a bad smell.
Well, FASHR's got a great timing here. Just his internal timer. We've got 2 backs are turned, a nice clean kill, and there you have it.
Good
the Dutchman closes the round clean. It's another pair of frags for the 2 of them. They seem to be getting multi-kills every single round. At least one member of fnatic stepping up and going above and beyond. but that's what, 3 in a row now for this defense, and with minimal casualties. Over the course of the last 3 rounds, Fnatic have lost 2 bodies. That's just 2 rebuys. This CT side is going to start having a lot of cash in the coffers. High end, we're looking at about 7,500 on nicoodoz. FASHR's going to be satisfied to be delivering.
I feel like this shift of Roy's position is definitely to do with the meta shifting on this map as well. It's not that Cave isn't important, it is definitely important. But mezii can do just as good a job, and Roy, I think, with how versatile he can be, he's a great little addition towards this mid defense.
They're doing an A exec now, and nicoodoz is on B.
Yeah, well, FASHR looks like he's like a flex pick. It's like we're playing Overwatch right now, and he can play any position, any role, do whatever he needs to. Well, let's see if he can clean him up, because it'll be 3 rifles responding to this on A.
He's got Crims, he's going to be calling for help, I'm sure. FASHR's going to have to hold fast. Plays anti. Crims ahead of the smoke, forcing FASHR out. Needs to extinguish!
Oh,
needs
sticky
to
nade!
extinguish! Oh dear, he's a dead man! Still gets 1. A little bit of redemption there if Crims could have done anything with that M4. Instead, it's yuurih, puts 2 on the floor. Roy, a big frag on yuurih, gets lost in the smoke, needs to survive as this 3-on-3 is now established, and they still don't have territory in A.
And nicoodoz still hasn't seen anything. The poor guy in cave with the AWP.
So
like, boys, there's nobody here.
I can assure you.
Unless Drop walks on in, and I don't think Drop wants to take too many liberties here, considering Safe and KSCERATO are looking for a fight right now over towards the temple position. Roy with a jump across should have been spotted, and yet again. So brave boy is Roy.
Didn't want to get trapped there. Didn't want to get into an awkward state of play.
And they've seen enough. Apparently pulling the plug on this. 25 seconds left on the clock. They can go through mid, jump up. And nicoodoz, if you hang around, you might actually get some traction here.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to be responsible for Cave, right? He's actually worried about Red Room. He's going to give him B.
Oh, dear. Smoked off now.
Yeah, well, that's it's a pretty shitty feeling.
Where's he going?
I don't know.
Did he not hear the smoke?
Guys?
Okay. Well, they gambled. They took a risk together as a team. Now the retake is on. 2 smokes of their own for this.
They got 2 smokes as well. 2 of those. 1 for Cave, 1 for the bomb. Really would limit their option. Now, safe in this cubby. It's a very powerful angle. KSCERATO holding that.
We're over halfway gone,
flank.
Alex.
Yeah, it feels like it's falling apart here, especially with a shot like that. Hit, missed on the second, but nicoodoz doesn't get it either. Still no time. No time for this whatsoever. nicoodoz letting it go, losing the AWP. KSCERATO for the close, and FURIA will break their silence, break Fnatic's streak. That run of 3, and an odd turn of events.
Yeah, I think you'd be thanking your lucky stars there if you're FURIA. You get denied going over towards A. You've seen enough. You get that pivot back on through. Drop didn't know it was clear. He had no idea it was clear. And it wasn't clear until the final moments. nicoodoz gets drawn back over, gravitates towards the A side of the map. They're in for free. This is how it started. FASHR with the sticky smoke. Thinks he's thrown that one. Still manages to get a kill, which was great work from him off the back of the Roy flash. Crims goes down without a whole lot of action here. And then it's Roy who gets yuurih actually trying to take that temple space. But yeah, this was just way too late from Fnatic. And a bit of a mistake made as far as, well, the retake is concerned. The gamble, fine. The retake, it just was a bit ugly, wasn't it?
Yeah. Chalk that one up as an unforced error. I mean, when you've got 10 seconds and 3 of you are running Cave B,
yeah, right. It was desperate
that's
from
product.
FURIA.
Yeah, exactly. What's this, though? It's Roy in middle. Oh, my God. He's trying to bend his back and avoid the spray, but he does go down, sprayed by KSCERATO. Art already converting onto Crims, and so Fnatic in a bit of a tailspin. FASHR tried his luck at a little bit of an investigation of ramp, but finds nothing. And FURIA now essentially just a straight line, straight down mid, and spotted on the jump. Good return fire. nicoodoz and FASHR, a double lineup. KSCERATO and Art massacred by the Dutchman. And that makes the round a whole lot different. It was feeling like a one-way traffic.
Try and piece this. Oof. Okay, there you go. That's some impact from that AWP and nicoodoz. And now it's just safe in a clutch here. Just try and piece this Fnatic CT setup together. Players are in different spots almost every round, so you've only got a couple of pillars that are consistent in their positioning. Let's say if this would be some clutch. The AWP up for FURIA. Waltzes on in. It would be a hard clear on FASHR, but has plenty of time to be diligent about this. And as he rounds the corner, his barrel betrays him. FASHR will remove him, and a great round for FASHR with a triple kill. Good stuff, as fnatic needed that.
Yeah, I mean, that double from FASHR completely changed the state of play. So just as we saw, you know, one of the oopsies from fnatic, I think FURIA kind of get one back. Chalk it up as a 1-1 in that regard. And yeah, the barrel, you're absolutely right. Didn't have the time to didn't do the full clear.
So Art wants to try and keep things as dangerous as possible here. Go another one of these hero rifles.
What, once?
Yeah, and
look, 2.
I'm not gonna. Oh, he's been double naded early.
Yeah.
So slowed down, chunked down, and his play was to take a heads-up fight in cave. So that's removed already. Let's hope that he has a second maneuver up. Oh, he does. He does have a second maneuver up his sleeve. It's called Walk Through the Smoke. It's a classic. It's an oldie. It's a goodie. It's a Stewie 2K maneuver from back in the 2014s. Actually, that's a bit early. We'll give him 2016 for old Stewie.
Sounds about right. 2014, he was probably just rocking the ESC8. And there's a clean one. Art down. That rifle not retrievable yet. It could be now. Frags in, and it's going to be nicoodoz deciding whether or not he's brave enough to stop the retrieval. Yeah, smoke implies he's not. Could go rather wrong here. Yeah, Crims is feeling the same. He's actually rotated all the way over. Well, left FASHR on A.
Yeah, I think when Roy is just like walking around middle without any issues, you know, maybe we will give our mate nicoodoz a bit of a hand.
Yeah, and this is such a powerful angle as well. Like, you can pre-aim, you can pre-fire. Drop nails it onto Crims. Still, worse for wear is yuurih. Drop no armor on this. Nor KSCERATO. So it's still up for debate whether or not they can actually build out with this, despite those 2 frags. And fnatic losing one of these can be forgiven. Losing 2 in one half of a best of 1.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's this opportunity. Lovely from FASHR. He has just been stalwart, consistent, and safe to lock down that site. That was another triple for him, up to 14 at the top of the scoreboard as well.
Okay, well, for the final rounds here of the first half, Art will have to operate with something a little bit lighter here. We'll be getting into a MAC-10. The rest should have AKs and util behind it. But this is a good opportunity for fnatic after, well, losing the pistol round, winning the Force, and then kind of having a couple of back-and-forth boo-boos there with the Force by Wars early to really make their stamp on this first half of play. 8-7, great stuff, considering some of the rounds of Counter-Strike we've seen here. Is Art going to full send mid here? Doesn't look like it's got any pace to it.
Oh, they're sending A main. Crims is already in A main.
Big biff
The
here.
bomb's coming. Oh my god, Crims. Quiet first half from him, but he's got support of nicoodoz. Like, this is a setup. It's going to spring to action shortly. And they're safe. Caught out. Nice angle from Crims. KSCERATO has the bomb, and he's got one behind him, one in front. Here's the shot. Hunting nicoodoz, and now that's surely the round. The last one of the half. nicoodoz does not provide the trade. A missed shot over the shoulder. And pressure mounting now. Who is the one trapped with who?
Cat and mouse right now. Does yuurih even know? I think he does. He slipped the net here. nicoodoz, will he consider the pivot? He will. Great shot. It's just dropped, left in a 1-on-4, and he is dead. Roy takes him down, and that's fnatic winning the half. 8-7 in their favor. We take a break, and we come back to conclude this best of 1.
Good evening, folks. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching from. The Counter-Strike continues here as we've got fnatic and FURIA locking horns and rather inseparable at the half. 8 to fnatic, 7 to FURIA. It was a weird first half. It felt a little peculiar, a little unusual. We find ourselves here in the second opening game for fnatic and FURIA. Our first taste of what they're going to be bringing here to Rio. And it's time for the fnatic pistol. 2 smokes in hand. Crims has got intentions for his, and 4 going straight towards the A side of the map. KSCERATO and R going to be here to receive them. They're hoping for a quick kill on KSCERATO. Lock it down and take donut control. Here we go. KSCERATO already with 2. Make it 3 if you consider Art's contributions. That was lovely work on the USP, finishing what his teammates started. And already fnatic's intentions, doesn't matter what you wanted to do, you can't anymore. The bomb's even been lost on the boost, so this gets awkward. nicoodoz trying to bail them out with that P250. Might need to set up the boost. Drop should have them.
There's no rush to get the bomb back, right? You know that you've lost it, sure. You may as well look and see if you can find somebody over-peaking the mark first. So they are locked in, as mentioned by yuurih. But Crims unlikely to clear this. Gets a second chance and gets the goose. yuurih's down to 2. They can finish him off together here. Cavalry's been called. They need to finish him off now, and they will. There's a real chance for this.
Not with their health, I suppose. Still, though, Crims and nicoodoz, 2 clicks to the right part of the body. Could be enough. Here comes Drop. He doesn't want to lose his life, doesn't want to set Art up to fail. They haven't even gone for the bomb, and nicoodoz did not clear the corner. Yeah, clean from Drop. Ends out nicely. And that will be FURIA immediately finding that equalizer.
Yeah, well, I was just doing a little bit of reconnaissance during the break there, Alex, because there's a lot of conversation in Twitch chat about this being a C-tier or T-sided map. Well, during the RMRs, I combined Group A and Group B of the European side of things, and Ancient was actually the second most played map. It was played 21 times. So we have a very good sample size of recent Counter-Strike with some of the best teams in the world. And the split is CT side 51.8%, T side 48.2%. For me, that's an 8-7 half, and that's exactly what we got at the first half of this, so a very close affair.
And one of the leading differentiators with something that's that close is pistols. And let's talk about second round force buys, because not going to be seeing one this time.
But they're in.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah, they are, definitely. KSCERATO caught pulling the pin, so now they've surged and splurged their bodies into the site. Chipping away, a couple of Glocks hit the head, and that helmet's kept KSCERATO alive for a moment longer. Roy for the finish. Ooh, you hate to see. KSCERATO bodyguarded nicely. They will find 1 frag for their troubles, but that is about it. And a lot of those MP9 frags as well, going to be extrally sweetening the deal.
It's just funny having Roy like just zerg all the way through Temple into CT spawn and be flanking the A defender because everybody was rotating in through Donut to help out over towards A.
Covered. Problem solved. Let's see then. So we get the AKs immediately out, and I like the fnatic gave us a nice quickie. You know, just get that Glock out of the way.
Sometimes you need it.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes it's not about taking your sweet, sweet time. This is going to get very friction, very fast. You've got 2 CTs leaping out. Crims disrespecting, spotted out, somehow alive. No support immediately. Art though, look at him. He's just in plain sight. They seem to have a good idea that he is a forward position. nicoodoz could be caught out on these smoke sprays. The layers to this.
Committed.
The fades are coming. Back his turn. He just needs 1 to value his life, but no, Art gets nothing done with that one. And the rest of them are working with these bonus SMGs. So feels like that's going to really hinder the potency of this one.
Oh, it's safe. Very forward position. That's a deeper angle than you traditionally see from right there in the red room. A double up. He's drawn this one back, and Roy, he needs something. He needs it now. Big. The head of Drop is gone.
Huge.
A second on the plate, and they're in.
That's something, but they still don't have that bomb. It's not, again, like it feels like a conversation we just had, but they're not in a rush for this. They have access to the site, sure, but they don't have the explosive device.
And actually, Safe and KSCERATO have given this up. They've assumed that the bomb has been found, a chance to rejig the weapons, and KSCERATO makes his way up. Okay, he will.
Woo!
See you later.
Mama.
Crims removes him, and that should be the round now. Safe is so low. What's he meant to do? The double brought it back. It made it exciting. And then Roy said, nah, enough of that, as they'll quickly make their way in towards Donut, the plant towards A momentarily. And, well, Safe, he's hearing this, but what is he meant to do?
Nothing, I think, is the only answer.
Whose M4 is that? Stylish individual.
Oh, damn. He's flexing
it's
the
Drops.
boxes.
Drops got that one. That's the 2015. Now, look, I didn't like it as much as the 2014 edition.
Right, okay.
But, you know, it wasn't too bad. Look at him. Why didn't I just... Why didn't I go, wow, I made it to a major, and it was my team. And then why didn't I buy like 400 of these? I would be so rich right now.
Yeah.
What did I do, man?
You know you get those storage containers, Chad? What was that?
I don't know. Is this venue haunted?
Oh, that was scary.
Yeah, imagine
But you know
I
those
filled a whole
storage units?
box
You
with
just
just
fill a
like
whole-
2014 Vauxhall. God damn it!
I'd all say that. Why didn't I buy as many 2014 Katowice capsules as I could have?
Yeah, where are all our Titan hollows? What were we
Yeah,
thinking?
exactly. Exactly. I sold my souvenir cobblestone cases. I had like 2 or 3 drops.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I sold them a bit prematurely.
Sag, I think, is the official terminology that our people use for that one.
Yes, I believe so. If you look in the thesaurus, Sag.
Fnatic have taken a timeout off that round win. And that's their 3rd timeout.
Yeah, but it's clear that it's Keita that's requested that one. You know, you don't see the players look for a back-to-back.
No, and I wonder if he's saying, hey, look, there's a chance for this type of weapon because of the frags that we've seen. But it is actually an eco.
But with
it's
util.
economical. Yeah, well, there's a couple of HEs. Let's see how much damage they can do.
Okay, so they do the smoke and then nade through it, I suppose, trying to catch anyone trying their luck. nicoodoz is going to catch some flack from that. Oh, caught out, and problem solved. Lovely work, Fnatic. Looking to reach double digits first, but rather close affair, all things considered.
Okay, well, that's the dubby Didge.
Do we get a Zeus in this one? It's not looking very Zeusy, I'll be honest. With the 2 early frags in mid, they can probably find the path of least resistance eventually.
Well, one of them's in Bali and the other one's coaching Fluxo now, so.
Zeus, yeah. In Bali. Living it up.
Yeah, I think he is. So, FaZe did win that game.
Which means...
And I'm not even saying spoiler. If you guys thought that 9-0 were going to win that, you can keep huffing that copium. But that means the winner of this will play FaZe. So, yeah, a fun matchup available for either of these teams in the best of 3s. And then the winner of that game will lock themselves in for the arena.
Roger.
So we do have best of 3s coming later today. Harry and Hugo will be on the mic after this one to bring 2 best of 3s your way. We also have the B stream. That's been brought to you by a bunch of lovely individuals over there as well. And I think there'll be a change-up as well. Trace Stundog Saranthus will be leaving, and Freya will be coming into the hosting hot seat.
Finally.
Here it is. Come on, Art.
It's just not going to happen.
Come on, Art.
It's just not going to happen. It's not. It's just not. It is a little stubby gun, you know. You can get real close to the angle. Now sticking it out. Uh-oh. There was more orgasm in there than
There
normal.
was.
Yeah, it was.
But I wanted the arena reverb for that one, so I had a bit more pitch to it. A little bit more pitch.
Oh, yeah, that was great. Oh, man, we need a top 5 compilation of the Chatty B. I think that's top 3.
You think so?
I reckon, man. I mean, the more heart and soul you put into it, the more jam in the donut, as it were.
If you're going to do it, you got to come in.
I mean, no half measures here. I'm in full support. Arts, do you think, does he get away with this one? He doesn't have to move. He does now.
Smites out of the bomb.
Yeah, he's dead.
Bye. That's quite the tumble as well. Nice little fall there from Arnie. He's been practicing the stunts.
The ancient radius memes continue.
I, for one, am all for it.
I bet you are.
Get out of the sight.
You want people saving the opposite spawn. That's
no, I want there to be a reason for the CTs to linger around exactly like Art did to do damage to the Ts so that they lose some rifles.
Oh, nice one from Roy. Yeah, no, actually, I mean,
there's multiple ways to skin a cat.
That's what I've heard.
Art with a deagle. It's not my job to tell you guys what's going on with that anymore. I'm not gonna worry about it. We're just gonna talk about the facts. And Art has a deagle. The rest of his team have rifles, and this is a pivot round right now in this game. If Fnatic win this, they're really gonna be sailing, closing this best of 1 down.
Oh, jeez. Drop. Art posturing. nicoodoz tagged through that spray. Drop. Oh, he's nervous. He's got no bullets. He's swapping to his USP. 1 in the chamber and hoping Art could cover him on the way back. A bait and switch, but not quite as successful. yuurih has saved him. Aggression out of the cave. No trade from Crims. It's good from Drop onto FASHR.
In fact, Drop gets anything done there, considering how dicey that looked for a moment. Great stuff. Crims smoked off, couldn't trade onto yuurih. His molly missed as well, and mezii needs to find some space here. Now, he has an awful lot of room. He could try and trickle across and get in towards Temple. That gap is still currently open. You can see KSCERATO's position in Donut has to worry about middle as well as A. So this will be on a bit of a timing here if he can make the pass, and he has.
Okay.
So with 45 seconds left on the clock, if he can flank around here and take down... Actually, yuurih's ready for this.
100%. I think KSCERATO just had that conversation like it's possible there's a slip because the noise has disappeared. Now, KSCERATO from that donut position. And yuurih, yeah, he's actually won the round.
Should just be a save here for Crims and nicoodoz, and that's if they can. 20 seconds left now. nicoodoz can stay over towards spawn. That's fine. Crims might just have to stay over here towards the cave position. And that right there is going to be FURIA drawing things level once more. Now, I'm just taking a view of the savannah right here, Alex.
Yeah.
And what can I see? I can see Mongols up that end. I can see Imperial. So they'll be getting ready for their best of 3 between the two of them. And that's about all I can see from here. So I'm sorry to report I don't
Well,
have
hang on. I've got better eyes than you, so I'll have a look.
What can you see?
I can see a man in a pink T-shirt watching intently. Who is he watching? Is that
Imperial. Yeah. And then Mongols up that end.
You've already talked
Yeah, there's no other teams on this. Can you see through walls?
Not without lifting my mouse.
Okay, because I can't see through walls either.
Yeah.
You did say you had better eyes than me, so I thought I would check.
Go on, maybe I could.
All right, well, back into the buys. Back into the biff, back into the brawl is, well, a bit more direct here from fnatic towards B as a possibility. 4 of them over this side of the map was Crims babysitting towards mid. nicoodoz with a self-flash. And no peek off the back of it. Didn't want to take the angle as damage done through the boards. FASHR chipped on down. Smoke to deny and congregating them exactly where they want them. FURIA have fnatic pinned for now, and well, they've seen enough and they've taken enough damage to now give up this space.
So yeah, mid is currently not occupied at all.
Oh! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Ooh, that's like 100-0.
Yes, indeed.
100-0 from Roy, getting the timing, getting the position for that spray perfectly. But it all falls quiet. I mean, Art and yuurih, they could go looking for answers, but they're also quaking in their boots. There could be 5 around the corner. And therefore, it really puts Safe on an island. If anything, KSCERATO's actually cheated all the way over to B, so poor Safe.
Is that a donut smoke as well? His vision's denied. He will have to play ahead of this. KSCERATO needs to trot on back over now.
Oh, it's still a deadly angle. They've got the flash to consider it. Now they know the orb's in donut. The site is theirs. KSCERATO looking to prove me otherwise, prove me wrong. Catches FASHR, but that
well played.
Bomb does not go down. He's actually managed to disrupt it. They'll go for a second bite of the cherry. Oh, KSCERATO on a...
He's a monster.
He is. It's an iconic mix. A potent blend. KSCERATO and this bomb site. He does everything right. And now nicoodoz about to get crab walk cleared. Safe into the scope, and nicoodoz obliges. Still KSCERATO. That bomb is still not down. It's all him. Art's just there for moral support, and a good catch onto nicoodoz. mezii needs to plant. He's got 10 seconds to do so. What's he supposed to do? Fakes it out, hoping for the double kill. KSCERATO smart. He waits, and they win the round. That's a horrible way to go down. mezii will just look to save. Oh, God, that is a nasty state of play for fnatic. Like, I'd like to watch that whole round again, just to enjoy it.
I love that from KSCERATO, right? The fact that he could have committed for more frags.
But when did he get there? I remember looking at the map as they're doing the take, and he was like,
so
CT.
Once the donut smoke landed, he went and he played in this smoke here, right?
Yeah.
He pivoted out, got that 1 kill, drops the molly, understands there's only very few positions Crims can be planning, spams him out, and stays alive. He could have committed for more there, but just the understanding and the awareness from KSCERATO right there is immaculate.
How early did they get access to A? Like, they were in, Safe flashed off, they had the access to the site, and it was down to 17, still no bomb plant.
And this is the thing, right? If you can't get donut control, then I feel like you need temple control.
100%.
You need one of the two here, unless you're going to have a late lurk through mid to flank into
You can't have
donut.
the CTs having 3, all having a mother's meeting. Like, so how are we going to do this?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we know how easy it is to retake this A site. So now it's just fnatic with 1 AK that's been saved from mezii and a couple of light upgrades, 2 deagles. That's for nicoodoz and Roy here. They need to try and find something just to humble FURIA a bit. Don't allow them to have a clean round. That is one thing you need to avoid as we get into the danger zone of this map.
Danger zone. I like this boost. I don't think Safe's going to be ready for this. Oh, well, he's actually fallen off at the perfect time. He's safe. Jumps across. mezii reveals himself and not going to be sticking around for a fight with an orb in that angle. But I think they'll also be aware of the well, they were anyway. He saved an AK-47, Alex. Come on. Keep up. But 50 seconds on that clock as they do trundle around with these deagles. For those that could afford it. I'm just going to test this yuurih drop combo. See what these two can do.
But you can see they're so aware of what's available. It's a retake setup on the site. You can give them access here. Oh, maybe you shouldn't have.
Wow, what the hell?
Maybe you shouldn't have.
What the hell is going on? nicoodoz has gotten away with murder. That would have been a dream frag to convert. Maybe Crims with a Glock. Maybe someone can put the final bullet into one of them. Oh, God, it's going to have to be mezii. A 1v3. Quickly turn 2. KSCERATO just holding, but they have to come to him. They have kits. They'll use every second available to them. mezii just hiding in the site on the pillar. Hedges his bets, expecting short. Both coming this way. mezii, will he be safe from the spread? Time. Everything! mezii closes! What a round for fnatic!
That is crushing right there. That shot, that entry on the way into the site right there must have been an absolute
Bang.
bloody screamer.
nicoodoz, I need to see it from his perspective because that $700 pistol just took safe straight out of the round. He had an AWP, Chad. $7,000 to 700 and bang!
Jesus!
What?
Because Safe was just rotating back in. I was just praising the passive stance,
of
and
course.
then bang, lights out. Good night.
And this finish from mezii, it's just beautifully executed.
But it's not just about that round, it's about this round where the pistols come into play and the frags keep on coming. fnatic slapping FURIA down a notch right now. They'll be taking back this lead.
Okay, that is exactly what the fnatic system needed.
In that situation as well, with that retake, I'm being hindsight Harry right now, but you just want to send drop in to give the info on where that fight is so that KSCERATO can then identify it.
Sure.
But they lined up. They didn't know where he was. They thought he had slipped in towards cave, and that one stings an awful lot for FURIA.
Ooh, mama.
We were talking about not giving him a clean one, doing some damage. That's more than damage.
Yeah, well, you know, it always feels like a little victory when you have a round like that and then immediately you force the timeout out of Gary. Getting back into the eardrums of his squad. What do you make of the fact that nicoodoz always plays at a slight diagonal?
It's curious. He's got some... There's that shot again. That's a bit of Bondic cosplay.
Let me see it again. Look at this slow-mo. Oh, that's gorgeous.
Jeez.
Oh, and just before
Through
his teammate would have blocked
well,
it. Yeah, it's like wow. Gorgeous.
That's crazy.
Gorgeous.
That is crazy. It's funny in Counter... Well, not funny. It's Counter-Strike. That's the difference. That's what makes rounds.
Yeah.
There's definitely... Nobody's laughing. I tell you who definitely isn't laughing. Look at this bite. I don't even know if I can call it a bite. It's a purchase.
Yeah, they went to Poundland and then went to the bargain bin in Poundland.
Yeah, this is budget.
Just to stop this 13th round from fnatic, but they put all of their pennies into this Woolworths assortment. And yuurih still managed to provide an entry. That was Crims coming and knocking towards cave. Art caught some flak damage. Roy can't go down here. He can't go down, and drop gets him a forward position. The smoke lulls him into that false sense of security. Was not ready for friction, was not ready for contact. 2 to the good end. FURIA just... Oh, they heard that. Should have that. Okay, one from mezii. Trade is great. Safe can win the round right here if he takes down mezii. Just like that, the double. And FURIA, yeah, no worries. They can operate with just the one rifle, never mind an assortment of all Counter-Strike has to offer.
Well, let's see how far FASHR can get here. He has plenty of time available for this. And right now, he's not detected at all. Now, the bomb in Donut, does he want to try and go through top mid and then pivot in through? It's a problem. He wants more info. One kill, it would give up his position. So this is the issue he has. There's nobody else here. Okay, great for the finances, sure. Position given up. They know exactly where he is. The bomb is still down towards Donut. He's pinned in. There's pressure available from multiple fronts, and the time that he had plenty of is now gone.
Yeah, he's kind of limited his options with that one. I mean, what was he supposed to do?
If he flanked A and he's not to know, he could have had 2.
Sure.
But that's...
And maybe still on the cards here. No plant for sure, 10 seconds. He just does not have that on his plate. And there's yuurih. So all sorted, good hold, good setup. And FURIA have responded.
Yeah, right. And it's dropping yuurih.
Off the timeout, by the way. Like, Gary was just sitting there shouting, barking orders at the boys. And they come in, close it out. Very clean. yuurih with the opening as well. We'll get to see how all this transpired.
Yeah, of course.
Just the bait and switch.
Him in. Yeah, baits him into it.
Brang.
And Drop again as well. There was an opportunity there where Drop could have pushed into Roy when he heard the reload, but chose not to. And look at Gary, look at this. He's got something to say here as fnatic will expend their 4th and final timeout. But Gary had an awful lot as that Mo is looking powerful here today. But what a back and forth game, and so many rounds where the teams have worse buys and they've won the rounds. Like that buy right there, we're coming into it going, what is this, some kind of a joke?
Yeah, I mean, especially because it felt like it was a product of that crazy fnatic conversion,
yes,
the nicoodoz dig, and then, yeah, I mean, I guess it almost dampens the impact significantly. Right tied up, Shibari style, kinky, 12-12.
You could see that there was a chance for FURIA to want to push through that top mid smoke. Safe had that flash at the ready. That was well highlighted there. But they will concede, and they've conceded an awful lot of ground here. Art, do you really want to do this, my friend?
He does, Chad, and he really wants this. Crims. Spotted and eliminated, traded, and that was the duel. That was the chance. A would have been wide open for Safe's rotation, but instead, KSCERATO's fine.
It's not on A right now, it's on Roy. This is all on Roy here. That's a missed smoke. There's a gap and a window that has now been shut in his face. yuurih, ready for the lurk, has more than done enough now to secure this round. nicoodoz and FASHR in a 2-on-4 situation with, again, plenty of time, but no space. yuurih continues the push and has actually given one over here.
Yeah, still grounds and a bit of a conversation to be had, sure. I see the smoke on nicoodoz. That could perhaps facilitate access to the site. You don't have to take any unnecessary duels. Smokes up, flash in, FASH to clear.
A plant would be pretty nice here.
Yeah, you can molly, that's great. Can, of course, peek off of that. Drop's not going to be taking too many chances. FASHR will get through, and that plant will be secure. Oh, interesting. Safe from the long
Very
side.
brave
Very
plant.
brave. Gets away with it. And that's the duel! FASHR continues to step up for fnatic. A huge round on the 2-on-2. AWP, rifle, a perfect little game of wingman here. High stakes at IEM Rio. Molly will force him wide, and Safe was not prepared. FASHR has set it up on a silver platter.
Has to cross the line of sight right now to get towards that bomb. The flash is good.
Oh, nicoodoz concedes onto the bomb now.
He's just going to stick it.
He's going to hold it. nicoodoz has to check it, has to
He
check
can't
it, has
spam
to
it.
check it. Can't spam it, can't spam it. KSCERATO, balls of steel as he steals away around in the 1v1.
Oh, nicoodoz gets an offering to hold on to that AWP. The plant was good. It wasn't a round that they should have been winning considering it was a 4-on-2 situation. And now there's big issues. They don't have that timeout to call. Remember, they've expended all of them. It would need to be the good graces of Gary and the FURIA side to give them the 30-second chit-chat. And I cannot believe the regress into Donut from Art. The fact he gets one is miraculous. And then that trade from KSCERATO was bang on. That kill from FASHR was almost enough. Drop does nothing.
That one flash he had one flash, and it was enough to force the AWP off the line. You were like, he has to walk across the line. No, he doesn't. Not with that flashbang on his belt. Art dead. That's a good frag. That was M4 v Galil. And now looking for the response was yuurih. Does the extinguish. It draws all the attention, including nicoodoz. But Safe is there on that AWP response. Hiding in plain sight. That's the bomb. Oh, mezii screwed. mezii is screwed. Molly out. Bomb. Lost FASHR and Crims to try and recover. FASHR up on 8.
They have both bomb sites, but no bomb.
It's a recurring theme at the moment.
Okay, well, how do you solve this puzzle here? KSCERATO on the timing. It's FASHR. Going to get the better of him right now. Safe. Chasing ghosts here. FASHR has to get away or push, and, well, with the jump spot. What did FASHR see there? Not enough, because Crims isn't moving just yet, and now they know exactly where he is. Crims to dip on down to get that bomb. Is there time for this?
No, there's not. Safe. Too good. 4 kills in the round. He hasn't had a moment like that, but right here at the tail end of the game, where it really matters, the danger zone, as you put it, Chad, he delivers a quad kill and the close in the 1v2.
And these rounds are just so close. Back-to-back one-on-one conversions here for FURIA. Could that be the difference, as that grace of the timeout has been given now, because they're feeling the heat just as much. Gary looking like he has an awful lot to say here to try and close things down. The finances are a problem on both sides of the server.
Yeah, I mean, this game, this map, I mean, it's just a best of one, but it feels like it's had so many twists and turns and adventure. And you can see Gary's very, very happy with that one. Safe stepping up. And you can see the intent and the intensity in FURIA's faces. They want to start strong, dude. You get this best of one, you're on that fast track straight to the crowd and straight to the opportunity to be in those playoffs. These games, these opening games, they pay a heavy leniency into how you're going to be placing.
These buys, you take the AWP out of the equation for Safe here, Alex, and give him an M4. That looks like the second round of the game.
Yeah.
So look at this. Art's found a bit of gusto now, hasn't he?
Oh, yes. Bestow. That is a perfect way in which to find 15. You don't really have any sweat on your brow. You might even find the boost if you sprayed the smoke.
Oh, it's over time. Not over 9. 9 are in Group A. We're in Group B right now, but it's overtime or bust for fnatic here.
Drop faking the runaway. Like, they're just doing every single trick in the book, and confirms his presence behind the smoke as well with his little tap on the FAMAS. He's playing this very well, just to ensure survival. And I mean, it's going to be integral for fnatic now to go on a bit of a run of their own. Now, in the T half of FURIA, we did see runs of even 5 at a maximum.
Early though, right?
Early, yeah. To do so late.
I think the key is, and reflecting on what I just said about the buy, at least they've kept Furia's cash in a very prickly position.
Sure.
They don't feel stable, right? They're not going out and looking to buy a new car or anything like that. So, nice shot from nicoodoz, the Deagle, that did bring them into that crazy round a little bit earlier on, but...
Sorry.
No.
Wow.
Maybe another. Why the hell not?
He's been sharpening that one for years, I think. This Deagle on nicoodoz is at an all-time high right now.
All right, well.
Involuntary squeals, usually a good sign of a good Deag.
Had a good time.
Yeah, that's for sure. 3 more rounds required.
Yeah, I can't rule anything in or out in this game. It has been a fun affair.
Yeah.
Lots of Fs in this one.
It's an okie dokie for sure. Let's shake it all about. mezii, straight out, in, onto Art. Big frag trade should be there. KSCERATO does not release W in pursuit of the same. Roy, playing with fire, out and about on his own, trying to act big and tough, puff up his chest. The smoke's out, the spray shy. yuurih tucks back into the side.
A bit of a meeting at the B doors right now as Roy braves the smoke, will push on through. They can execute towards B right now with what limited utility they have left. A handful of smokes, a couple of mollies, and a HE, so no flashes to make this possible. As drop has been mounted up on the box, and Roy, to take this fight, needs to make sure there is the trade potential. He has FASHR for this, and molly to segregate both in cave. One and done. Can the fight come through? It's yuurih. Good for 2.
Trapped by the flames. nicoodoz can actually profit onto that. Nice find from him. He's got any more in the tank. It's Crims and Nico. What's the plan? What's the go? You got that utility. He's going to get it out. Smoke down. KSCERATO already staring at 1. A second arrives
short
long.
Smoke will be fading shortly.
Yeah, but that's what the fight they're waiting for. They'll be able to walk on in. Molly behind it to nullify his options. And Crims actually burrows into this smoke.
Shadow.
KSCERATO! Whoa! Immediately adjust to the info. Can nicoodoz do anything to stave off defeat? Or will FURIA start strong? It looks like nicoodoz is actually flexing on the haters. Another kill. And 1 more to extend play. He's not considering cave just yet. Starting to slink away, use that time, that bomb ticking. It's not the perfect weapon for the job for safe. He'll start to assume it's ramp. He's going to go for the duel, surely. Ult, scope heard. And the frag comes through! nicoodoz extends play with a sigh of relief as the fnatic get 2 more chances to take this to overtime.
And this is huge because the money's not there for FURIA. They've already been walking around on eggshells throughout. The loss bonus, bottom of the goddamn barrel. And this is fnatic's chance to draw things back up to 14. Just 1 round to be in the difference. And the timeout called. The timeout called right now from FURIA. This was mezii, giving Art a taste of his own medicine right there, but it came down to nicoodoz in the clutch. He's been good on this T side to manufacture rounds. There are openings to get them across the line, but this time we'll close it down. And look at this buy. Look at the purchase. They're actually going to shove all in here from FURIA. I thought there was no way they'd go for a buy like this. There was enough money for KSCERATO to get out a rifle. He's got the M4, and that's the man you want to have it in his hands. But everyone else just with pistols.
Well, if you're not expecting that, are fnatic expecting that? Are you going to go into something expecting, you know, your anti-eco strategy?
You're expecting that they're in this difficult conversation right now. Because the loss bonus being bottom of the barrel, you know that they only got 1,400 into this round. So you know that it's quite light on. But how much money have they had? Well, their buys have looked pretty rough, so not an awful lot. So they think 2 choices. 1, they force buy right now, or 1, they take a bit of an eco, and the next round still sucks. So you know you're up against very light purchases regardless, and they're going for an uppercut, a fast A.
It's unoccupied. Safe is the only man there, and he's got nothing more than a P250. FASHR looking to take space. Clear objective for the Dutchman. Frag's compulsory. There's about to be a whole party, a death match on this A-bomb site. And already it's Roy in the feed. 3 in total from fnatic, locking it down. Nothing to be said or done about this. And it's very limp. It's flaccid. What are FURIA supposed to celebrate about this? You just said all the chips in the center of the table. And it's not looking great on the river.
They can't lose. They can't lose this M4 on KSCERATO here, but I think they will. He's backpedaled into Crims. He's going to get a free upgrade into an M4. They needed to carry that through. That's not possible for them to have an M4 in the next round of play. It's going to be what you just saw again.
Yeah.
Exactly what you just saw. Maybe MP9s instead of a couple of CZs, but it's going to be the same type of a buy here.
Okay, same buy.
Maybe same call.
That's what I was about to ask.
Why not?
It worked. It looked so like, unless they're stacking 4 off the rip, that's going to work again. With a buy like that, Roy, FASHR, forward positions, util was great. fnatic, they executed it to perfection. If they could do it one more time, all of this is reset. MR3, 12.5. 1 round away for fnatic.
If they just go into a bit, well, it's not a default because they're lacking a few players towards B right now, but I was going to say if they spread out and slowed the pace down, Safe Scout could find a couple of tags, but he's out of position right now. But look at this rotation.
They're coming.
This is a heavy rotation. Art's here. yuurih getting pulled. There's nothing over towards B. It's suspicious.
Yeah, it's very suspicious. You'd have heard a flash. You'd have heard something. It's very telegraphed. nicoodoz, he's not going to be the first.
Why are they blocking him?
Oh, yeah. That's
Don't you want them to come?
Counterintuitive, for sure.
Well, it's bought time for them to come back, but it might have also sent fnatic packing.
Yeah, I think you can see mezii's already... Oh, dear! That was the bomb! Roy punching air right now. Oh, God. Not more. Surely. nicoodoz the one that has to go and get it.
But the bomb's in the plain sight. If somebody just pivots around the corner, they might see it. They might see it on the floor.
Oh, the jump. They know. The bomb's still there. KSCERATO just hesitant to take any unnecessary fights. Trying to work through middle. mezii to try and join him on the bomb retrieval. Gets it away.
But where do you go now?
40 seconds. I don't know. Kill here. KSCERATO spotted out. mezii evades the initial frag. Still FURIA with an advantage here. This is going south for fnatic.
2 coming through Donut. Safe's watching this with the scout. Flashed off the line.
It's only a scout. Won't find lethality. Tags him up but trade it. FASHR building into this. Needs more. mezii delivers onto KSCERATO. Oh! Nearly the double. Still FASHR and nicoodoz up against drop. Low on the 5-7, one-on-one. Can the rookie step up? Yes, he can. nicoodoz holding the nerve, holding the line, and he hits the shot. It's overtime. Oh, whoa. God, what a round of Counter-Strike. My stomach hurts.
Take a breath on that one for both of these right here. Oh, look. There's so much to unpack.
Go on.
I could start with the end. I could start with the beginning. We could start with the in-betweens, but we are back into action. 15-15 overtime underway right here, right now.
Oh, man. That yuurih spray, I thought that might have been enough to destabilize. You'll see it come through here. He actually gets like 1.5, then FASHR gets 2. Ooh.
I'll let the desk breakdown drop jiggle peeking against an AWP in a one-on-one. Right now, we're in B.
Thank you. Yeah, there's so much going on. Okay, flash is good. That might be a fight on long. yuurih's burning down as well. Does find safe haven. FASHR with a little gap on that, but mezii down on the walk through. FASHR no trade. 4 versus 3. KSCERATO going to be having a lot of bodies in front of him.
Almost lined up.
2, yeah, and it's going to be Roy onto yuurih, so this one's still up for debate.
KSCERATO got that kill from the grave like 3 seconds after the molly was already on the ground.
Okay, Art should have Roy, and they'll have the round. Let's all just relax.
I still can't believe drop pick. I don't think like, against an AWP in a one-on-one, and he has to plant, there's 15 seconds left, and I'm jiggle peeking a corner.
Yeah.
And I'm against an AWP.
Yes. No, I'm...
Tell me why.
I'm with you. I am entirely with you,
Somebody
Jack.
tell me why.
But also for nicoodoz, why are you waiting for that? Because he shouldn't be giving it to you.
Wait, showing too much leg.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know.
KSCERATO gets this molly kill on Crims after... How long was he dead for? Wait, who cares? Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go again. Let's go again. Give us some more.
Okay, more of that. A whole lot more of that coming, as this is another thick and fast start.
Miss molly. That's for sure. You
Good
the
golly.
trees burning down the forest right now. The mid control taken up and over. The molly towards the lane position from Cave will hold them at bay for now, but this isn't so action-packed. Ramp will be smoked off. util being worked through. There's a lot of pressure as fnatic clearly wanted to come in with some pace here.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely off the rip, the game plan, but that's safe again, starting to be the first name in the feed. Always good to see that CT AWPer profiting on his early adventure.
This is no word of a lie, Alex. We've got a bit of a peanut gallery here because the staff on site want to see how this one unfolds, and there's only a few places they can take a look. They've joined us for the tail end of this one right here.
They found out FURIA were in OT. Let's go. We've got 3 of them, and they're all very happy to play this retake side of the B side.
Out the way so
make sure they get a good view.
A little bit easier.
Vamos.
I think that might be Imperial.
Yeah, I think something's going on over there.
Well, this one's really settled down, hasn't it?
Oh, it's quite nice though, isn't it? I can kind of remember who I am, what my name is.
Take a breather. It's great to see for FURIA as well to actually have guns in their hands, not just MP9s of FAMASs. They've all got rifles now, and looking good to convert round number 17 here as fnatic will be knocking on this B door. 30 seconds left. Mezii's low. Dead.
That's a free frag. Safe. That's his second as well in this round as they're looking for a flawless CT start. Bomb to be planted.
Can't deny.
You certainly can't, but FASHR might die on this. Yeah, not expecting. The smoke was up. I mean, it's false sense of security. The boost is perfect, well established by FURIA. And now fnatic, I mean, 5v2. Doesn't really matter. You got the bomb down. This one is going to be brutal. That smoke's going to land. Look at that from Art. He's definitely been studying his Pythagoras theorem.
Feels like he did it the hard way, but still gets the result.
The stylish way. Bomb's taking its time, though. I mean, if someone was to, like, I don't know, hit a crazy wallbang on the diffuser like that, bloody hell, that wasn't far off, but there it goes. And so does nicoodoz as he gets away with his AWP as something to celebrate. It's the final round coming up. Everyone's got funds. Maybe no fun for fnatic, at least not on this T side.
No, considering they had to claw this back and take it to overtime, right? They were the ones who had to fight tooth and nail just to get this privilege.
They got 3 T rounds in a row.
Yeah.
And we find ourselves here, MR3, and it might be 0.
I feel for FURIA in this second half of play, their CT side, not the overtime, because the entire time, remember those one-on-ones, those back-to-back rounds, their finances were broke the entire time, so they were fighting. It's difficult when you're out of cash.
Look at him go. Okay, I missed from safe, but still alive and kicking, and Art's already taken down mezii. You can hear the reload. Crim's looking for vengeance.
Oh, he's going to melt. He's going to melt.
Such a good molly. He should be dead to the spray. Art versus Crims. Really intense for these two. Another double for FURIA to start off proceedings. A double this time from Art. Oh, nicoodoz, I mean, he's...
Crim's smoke is helping Art right now. It let him get away.
Otherwise, that was a very, very dead game leader. Roy's got that lineup dead to rights. yuurih lucky for getting away with that one. 70 damage inflicted through the boards, and it's at 5 versus 3. Still mollies, smoke, a couple of flashbangs. It's going to be best if they regroup, and you can see that the current intentions. Cautious for any FURIA re-aggressions, but it's not in their interest at this point. You've got a 2-man advantage.
I feel like they should be able to putt this one in here.
You'd think so. And it would give them 3 opportunities to close and secure, maintaining that upper bracket spot.
Well, they've cleared out Pillar. I can guarantee you that with the nade molly combo, nobody home. And Drop takes a fight. That's going to confirm that there is a lot of presence coming their way.
See who can actually give fnatic anything to work with. Roy's been spotted. Art will tuck into the cubby. A power position in a scenario like this. He's just going to look for one. One should be enough to seal the deal, but FASHR's caught him. Flashes and no response, I say, as Drop does catch him on the way in. And so, a flawless defense from FURIA. Just one more frag to confirm it. 18 in the bank. 3 opportunities to get themselves into the upper bracket.
And this is where FURIA's style of Counter-Strike is actually perfect for OT. Because they're going to throw the kookiest, craziest thing that you're not going to be able... Well, it's FURIA, so you're going to expect something crazy. But I really like their approach when you get into deep water like this. Because you only need 1 round, you get 3 chances, and the crazier you go, the more opportunities you might open for yourself. You might also get shut down and locked out, but
you've got 3
only
stabs.
One of them's got to stick.
Right, exactly.
Whoa, you almost broke the place.
Yeah, no, you were just a bit dramatic.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's okay.
I dropped my pen too.
All good, because Counter-Strike is already coming in thick and fast. They're in the A site, Chad. You wanted to summon? How's this? Crims spots him. That's the bomb into Donut. Pushes the smoke again, and now yuurih delivers the opening fnatic. Oh dear, a horrible way for it to go down. Already the bomb down, a man advantage, and Art, he's up to no good. He's been allowed off the leash. He can do what he wants, and he wants to win right here, right now. And mezii down. This is brutal. fnatic, after all of that hard work, getting it to overtime, surviving the onslaught. And FURIA just run into A and say, lol, JK. It's ours the whole time. nicoodoz dead, and FURIA safe. That's going to feel good. A lot of hard work there. A magnificent moustache from the coaching staff and fnatic. I don't know how they're going to feel about that one. In review, there's definitely some oopsies and some daisies.
For both teams,
yeah.
Right? Consider some of these low buy round scenarios that we saw from both teams pulling out their arse here, but that one is going to feel good. Sure.